Hello guys, this is Crypto Houdini with DeFi Finance. I'm here to bring you another video. This one we're going to be talking about nodes because I know there's a lot of confusion about nodes in the space. Nobody really goes over the different types and the functionalities and stuff about this. Nobody goes over the full into depth about nodes, so I'm here to bring that to you guys. Before we get into the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you can. If you enjoy this content and want to see more of it, I'm still new. I'm still learning. So just you guys are just on the journey with me as we learn and grow. So let's get into it. So first, what are nodes? So nodes are a server on a decentralized network. If you guys don't know, I have a nifty difty little graph right here just to show you guys. So on a centralized network, this would be right here. Everything like say phones, tablets, laptops, anytime they have a request, whether it's Google search or whatever, they would all send the request and the processing to the centralized network. That would be the server, like a big computer that one person holds access to, and then it would all be sent to that one spot, and then they would all be sent back out to the singular people. You feel me? For nodes, instead of one centralized, everybody's centralized, which creates the decentralization. This makes it less susceptible to a power outage or a hacking because there's multiple different points where the processing is instead of one specific point where a hack or a power outage could be at to compromise everybody. So yeah, so let's get into this nodes. There's two different types of nodes, two main different types of nodes, which are full nodes and light nodes. So full nodes, they contain the copy of the blockchain's history, including all blocks created. Light nodes, these are or SPV, simple payment verification nodes, are the ones you tend to see in our wallets or phones to make simple transactions, like me sending my friend John some Bitcoin. Okay, so there, I know you guys see this graph. Don't worry, don't worry. We're about to get into it. I'm about to break it down, make it as simple as possible for you guys. So for full nodes are the so for full nodes, there are two different types of full nodes. There is pruned full nodes. What a pruned full node does, it downloads the blocks from the beginning, and once it reaches a set limit, deletes the oldest while retaining only their headers and chain placement. So for instance, if you have a certain amount of storage on a computer or whatever, uh, the prune node will fill all the storage space up with the blockchain, but deleting the oldest ones that wouldn't be able to fit on the entire thing on the entire storage. But for them to even get to the latest blocks on the blockchain, they would have to validate all the previous blocks on the blockchain. So they could verify transaction and be involved in consensus. Consensus means agreement between just an agreement that this transaction here happened and it happened like this. So archival nodes, archival full nodes. This is mainly what most people are referring to, just for the fact that they host the full blockchain on its database. Not only that, but their main task is to maintain consensus and validate blocks. The main difference between the two nodes is the amount of hard drive space that it would take up on your PC. So obviously that the archival nodes would need way more hard drive space since it's having and holding the full blockchain on its database. So miners or mining nodes, these are people with CPU, GPUs, or ASICs. Uh, they're big, heavy duty computers that solve a cryptographic problem. The first person to complete the task broadcasts his results to the network so it can be verified by a full node. Once consensus is achieved, he is granted the right to add a block to the existing blockchain. And for their work, they are rewarded a predefined amount of coins in addition to any transaction fee for the block. So miners, they solve what the cryptographic problem is. For instance, like I said in the previous. So say I want to send some crypto to my friend John. That would create a problem in the blockchain that would be sent to the miners. And there would be multiple miners on the chain, and each of them would be competing with one another to try and solve that problem in order to add a block to the blockchain. Once that problem is solved, they're rewarded for it, and I'm able to continue with my transaction of sending my crypto to my friend John. So the pros and cons, easy to understand, follow the concept of proving your involvement, opportunity to work in tandem with others, increase the rates of receiving rewards. So it's pretty easy to receive rewards with a minor node. The downside, the disadvantages, is it consumes a lot of energy. Like I said, these are big computers, so they can take up a lot of energy just to complete one problem. In the in the case of ASIC, equipment producers are near monopoly. I'm not too sure what that is, but they also have a high cost for an uncertainty of return on investment. So it costs a lot to get the computers just to so you can be getting mining, and you're not 100% sure on like how much you would be getting back for sure, because as you know, cryptocurrency is very unpredictable, and prices could shoot up and shoot down. So your rewards could be lower or even greater, give or take, depending on the market and what people are doing. This is also considered proof of work. If you guys didn't know, this is proof of work. And for the second one, stakers, staking nodes, this is considered proof of stake. So how this works is similar to how miners is. So proof of stake is considered kind of like a lottery or a traditional money deposit. You buy coins and hold them, and while in return you receive interest back as reward. So how this works is that you buy some coins and you lock it up, and while your coins are locked up, uh, depending on stuff like your coin's age, how long you've had your coins locked up for, and how many you have in their ratio to the available ones in the network, it all contributes to the fact if you would be the one to solve the problem that would be on the cryptographic problem that's on the blockchain. Uh, this is another solution to solving cryptographic problems. Staking is just I would say it's just a low barrier entry one for people who don't really have have the resources to get a mining node. Staker nodes are very simple. You could see them on exchanges like Qcoin or Bitrue. You just set your money in, and you could basically just forget it, because you would be playing the lottery every once in a while when a new problem comes up to solve the problem. The benefits, the barrier of entry is low, and coins can be easily bought. Low energy consumption, that's the big one. The disadvantages, luck-based rewarding system, solo endeavor due to lack of transparency in staking pools. So basically what it's saying is that sometimes depending on who you're staking with, it's basically it's up to you, your decision, because some people could be not as transparent, and they could skew numbers and stuff like that. So the next node is authority nodes. The essence of a blockchain is its decentralized nature. Unfortunately, there are a few drawbacks to this approach, and the solution involves employing some levels of centralization to gain benefits like increased speed. Consensus algorithms include delegated proof of stake, delegated Byzantine fault tolerance, and proof of authority, and others. Sorry about that. I know how I killed that. But so yeah, authority nodes. There is a fixed number on a network, and the people who are the authority nodes, they are determined by the community. They will be voted on by the community or defined by the development team. The task of these nodes with is as with full nodes is to create and validate blocks while at the same time distributing information to users on the network. This is more geared towards private companies, such as Monroe. I don't know if you guys heard them, but you should look them up. They're on Coinbase. They're a private crypto company. So it had like this has more of a centralized approach to their network on determining what is determined, what who does what, and stuff like that. And anybody on the network who is not a authority node will be running lightweight nodes, which depend on the broadcasted data to be able to operate on the blockchain. So lightweight nodes, we'll get into that later. The benefits is increased speed of transaction, no storage requirement. You could use your mobile device as a wallet, easier to upgrade the network and hold developers accountable. This is because to be an authoritative node, you would have to submit identity, proof of identity, so your face and your name is tied to the node. The disadvantage is lower levels of trust due to centralization and vulnerable network as it could be attacked more easily. So since it's more centralized, they could all come together and agree on a plan, and the other people in the network who aren't authority nodes, they have no say in the matter. They're also more susceptible to hackers and attacks because there's only a few and people know who they are, and yeah, that's just what it is. So the next one, masternodes. Compared to full nodes, masternodes cannot add blocks to the blockchain. Their only purpose is to keep a record of transactions and validate them, whether that be miners or stakers. They're the ones writing blocks on the blockchain. An added benefit, however, is that by running a masternode, you not only secure the network, but you can earn a share of rewards for your service. To run a masternode similar to the authority nodes, you have to lock away a certain amount of collateral, but you are also expected to be online 24/7 uh, in order to do all the services of what a masternode entails. So the benefits is beneficial for the network while also rewarding. So you get rewards for helping the network. Great source of passive income. There's a lot of services that have masternodes. We'll get into that in later videos, and not too expensive to maintain. The cons, it requires a large initial investment, so it's a lot of money up front to set this up and to start it, and the setup process is not straightforward. So it is also a little complicated to learn how to set up a masternode. So that brings us to lightweight SPV nodes. Like we said earlier, these are the ones that we see in our phones. Another type of blockchain node used in day-to-day crypto operations. So for a better definition of light nodes, they do not store a copy of the chain. They only inquire the current status of which block is last and broadcast transactions for processing. So basically, what it does is it communicates with nodes. It communicates with full nodes, so they could get information of what the last block on the blockchain was, and then they're broadcasting transactions. So, like for instance, like how I said, me sending my coins to John for him to go through and do. He would, that's what they're doing. They're communicating with full nodes to send out that request to do that. And last but not least, light nodes. So the idea behind them is to establish a connection between users outside of the blockchain. This way, the load on the network is reduced, transfers times are shortened significantly, and there's increased usability of the crypto coins. Transaction fees are really low in the light network and equivalent to roughly 10 to 20 satoshis in general. So that makes transactions a lot faster, less fees, and it just lightens the load on the blockchain. So basically, how it works is that there is, so say this is a safe deposit box, and there's funds in here for transactions between the network and somebody who's not on the network. Uh, the transactions are done pretty much instantly. When they're done with the transaction, the connection is canceled and is broadcasted to the rest of blockchain so they can see what just happened and what went down. This is a way to basically skip the line. So if you want faster payments and less fees on a specific network, you would run Lightning nodes in order to get your payment there faster with lower transaction fees and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, or subscribe. I'm here. I would love to bring you guys more videos like this, more in depth. I know I probably missed a few things or anything like that, but just leave a comment down below if you guys think I made a mistake or if you want to see more of this, anything like that. But I appreciate you guys. This is Crypto Houdini again with DeFi Finance. All love and respect. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.